To support this podcast, go to positivesarcasm.com/donate. Any amount is appreciated. Once again, positivesarcasm.com/donate. Thank you and enjoy the program. More junk mail showed up today. Another credit card offer with a low introductory APR. That drowns you a year later, and a coupon flyer from the new Popeyes chicken that just opened down the road. It gets treated all the same by me. Crumpled up and thrown in the recycling bin. Meanwhile, a drive-thru cramps 30 to 40 cars deep, with an average of 2 morons per vehicle sitting there, idling in each other's pre-indigestion farts, deciding on how much type 2 diabetes they're willing to ingest. With an additional line of sheeple heading inside, creating essentially a poo-poo choo-choo. I'm such a child. I would assume that there was some kind of free sandwich promotion going on, but since I had too much respect for myself, I never bothered to look inside the flyer, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't for a free rub and tug. Now, for those who lost their jobs during 2020, I would argue that a free burger wouldn't hurt. It may, in fact, help lift their crippled spirits that was so constitutionally stripped from them. Yet I can't help but remember this similar line of cars wrapped around Starbucks just a half mile down the road, which just closed for renovations again because it didn't look Orwellian enough. The prison cafeteria look is so in demand right now. It would not be foolish at all to assume that many of the same mental gimps that are taking it up the Louisiana fast were also shelling out stupid amounts of currency for a product that they could master at home for a fraction of the cost, leaving plenty left over to help purchase a couple pounds of meat or chicken, some brioche buns, and pickles. So here's my not completely developed and possibly flawed point. Dozens of cars per hour. Hundreds of sandwiches later. How many went to our growing homeless population? How many went to our less privileged parts of the population? Was the drive-thru line organized by who's been more oppressed over the last 40 years? 100 years? 500 years? First off, who's to say whether that homeless person needs food or mental health and drug addiction counseling? But that's why we're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on a homelessness director to virtue signal towards the problem, but never actually solve it. Suffice to say, I didn't see any chicken sandwich wrappers wafting around the intersections of where homeless people are begging for spare change. And if you're thinking about virtue signaling even further to everyone online with buying chicken sandwiches to those less fortunate, remember how twisted the media is. It happens to be a restaurant that, according to the New York Times, markets towards African Americans. So imagine someone posting a photo of you giving some homeless black guy some fried chicken from Popeyes. It's a nice gesture. That'll get you fired faster than a price drop on Bitcoin. Over the last few years, I have developed a sharp eye for those being fleeced of their money, time, opportunity, privacy, rights, and overall self-development. I've learned not to bring it up in public circles, outside of my subscriber base or those stumbling upon my web presence. So how do we plan on helping those stuck in life's gutter? Well, first you have to determine whether or not you can, and whether or not you should. Maybe you should start by fixing your own problems first, sorting out your own shortcomings, and appreciating the struggle that's about to come in order to get you to a better place in life. That example alone may light a path for others to follow. But at the very least, you've bettered your own situation and will reap some of the rewards that come with moving from square one. Many folks that are stuck at square one tend to be there by choice. But with less people stuck at one, we'll be better equipped to help those at zero, which is a serious percentage of the population, and they come in all shapes, sizes, shades, and grades. I may not be able to fix all your problems, but I may be able to help you with some, because I spent a lot of time and energy fixing the majority of mine first. Now who's hungry?